Welcome to this meditation to reclaim your power and let go of resistance. And just like any meditation, this meditation is most effective when practiced regularly or every day. So, we're going to begin this meditation with havening and becoming aware of your body and your breathing. And I want to give credit where credit's due. This havening technique is adapted from Corinna's channel. She's a fellow YouTuber who has a channel called Hello Inner Light. I would encourage you to visit her channel as well as do this havening technique with me here and become aware of your body and your breathing while we do this havening technique. I believe I've mentioned havening before in a past video and that there's a couple different methods for havening. There's actually 4. Corinna discusses 3, but I've added in a 4th that I feel really supports me. The first one I'm already doing right now. I'm just rubbing my hands together slowly. And as I rub my hands together slowly, like this, really dropping in, feeling the rhythm of my hands, rubbing against each other nice and gently, nice and slow. This isn't a fast-paced rhythm. It's a nice, slow, easy rhythm. And while I'm rubbing my hands together, I'm aware of my breathing and I'm aware of my body. And I'm slowly becoming a little more relaxed, more attentive, more aware in the present moment. Now, this is the first method, and this method may not feel great to everyone. So I'm going to show you a couple other options for havening, which again is just about helping you drop more into your body breath awareness and into a more relaxed present state. So the second method for havening is having your hands like this. My hands are on my shoulders, and I'm just moving my hands from shoulder to elbow, nice and slow, while remaining aware of my breath. And really feeling into the sensation of moving my hands slowly down my arms from shoulder to elbow, shoulder to elbow. And the third option for havening, and you may want to do all, or you may just want to stick to 1 or 2 of these 4 different options, is to rub your palms just like this, or your fingertips on your forehead, right across your forehead, nice and slow, while remaining aware of your breath, dropping into your body, giving yourself permission to relax into the present moment and into the sensation of havening. And then the last technique, which you may not be able to see quite as well, is rubbing my palms from my upper thigh down to my lower thigh to my knee. So just a nice smooth rub from the upper part of my thigh down to the lower part of my thigh and my knee. Again, all while keeping my awareness on my breath and the sensation of dropping into my body and feeling my palms rub down my thigh. Nice and easy and slow. It can really help to close your eyes while doing this havening technique because it helps you to drop a little bit more into the sensation of havening itself and into your body and your breath. So let's just take a few more minutes to do this. You choose whichever 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of these techniques that you want to do. Now that we've dropped into our body and our breath, our awareness of the present moment just a little bit more through havening. We're going to move on to doing some somatic gut massage with our hands. And again, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. This part of the meditation, I am adapting from another fellow YouTuber named Lavender, and also in part from my husband, John, who has a program called Somatic Gut Solutions. This one is also very supportive and also very simple. Let's go ahead and start this somatic gut massage part of our meditation. To preface this, I'm going to suggest that this meditation is best done when you're lying down in bed or on a yoga mat. I'm going to do this somatic gut massage part of our meditation sitting up, which isn't ideal, but it's an okay place to start out doing it to get a feel for it. But as you do this more than once or twice, I would say definitely try this meditation laying down in bed. I'm going to go ahead and just cross my legs here because that's a little more comfortable and easy for me. Showing you this part of the meditation. Whew. I'm starting off doing a general rub in my belly area, gut area, all while I am aware of my breath, just warming up the belly a little bit. Don't forget to keep that slow, easy, deep breathing going. This is a good way just to warm up the belly. It can also help to tap the belly to warm it up a little bit too. Lavender suggests doing that, shows that in her videos. I'm going to do a little bit of tapping here on my belly as well. Also my upper belly as well as my lower belly. Just loosening up this whole gut belly area a little bit. This kind of breathing that I'm just starting to do as I warm up my gut belly area is helpful while doing this part of the meditation because it really allows for dropping in into our body, into our belly, and the most release. So please go ahead, breathe through your nose while you tap your belly, and then release slowly out your mouth or your nose. But for me, I prefer to inhale always through my nose and then exhale through a little bit of a sigh sound release. It feels especially good for me. Now that we've warmed up our gut, our belly area, I am going to use these tips of my fingers and I'm going to start pushing into my belly here a bit. As you can see, I'm pushing into my belly using the tips of my fingers. I'm using 2 fingers at a time. You could use up to 3, but I typically like to use 2 fingers at a time. And I'm working here around my belly button and feeling into any tense or tight places and pushing my fingers in a little bit to any tense or tight spaces. So just prefacing the rest of this gut massage part with if you're pregnant, if you have any kind of a medical condition, please consult with your doctor first before you go ahead and poke your belly or rub your belly. And so we're not poking in any kind of harsh way here. We are using our fingertips again, and we're just feeling in to any tense or hard places that might be in our gut. These are often places where we trap emotions like fear, anger, resentment, anxiety, grief, shame, guilt. We trap and store our emotions in our tissues. Our emotions are in our tissues and our belly oftentimes. It can be very helpful so long as you don't have any kind of a medical condition or reason that you shouldn't rub your belly. But it can be very helpful otherwise to do this somatic gut healing meditation and feel into any places around your belly button that feel tight or tense. Like right here, I can feel that there's something a little tight, like a knot in my belly. And so I'm rubbing that in a circle, right, to help loosen it up. And I'm deep breathing as I do this. Nice, slow, deep, easy breath. And then over here as well, there's a knot here too. So I'm rubbing this part of my belly. And then also upper belly as well as lower belly, anywhere where you feel like there's a knot for you, a tight place, some kind of tension there. And it can be really helpful to ask yourself, what's inside? What am I holding? What am I resisting? As you rub in these places and you find knots, little points of tension, or sometimes maybe not so little points of tension, it's helpful to ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What am I resisting? What's here? As you work into that. And sometimes you will discover that there's a particular emotion that just feels like that's it. Oh, that's grief. That's anger or sadness or fear, anxiety, whatever it might be. A lot of times that'll come up for me, a particular emotion that I'm feeling. And sometimes you'll feel the urge to cry. I would say if you do, go with that urge to cry. Allow yourself to cry. Please always do any somatic meditation in the comfort of your own home and give yourself the space you need. Right here, there's a knot. I would identify what I'm holding here in this place and then cry if crying comes up naturally, not forcing yourself to cry. But if you feel the natural inclination to cry, then it's a great opportunity while inquiring, what am I holding on to? If anything is hurting too much, use your intelligence to know when is right for you to stop. Don't force yourself to loosen up a knot or a tension that doesn't feel like it's ready to be loosened up or released for you. Be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself. Don't force yourself to do anything you're not comfortable with. Also, saying this is an intentional practice that you want to be gentle with yourself. Ask yourself what's inside. What am I holding on to? And then you can work with your belly button area to feel into that because we also store trapped emotions, trapped energy and tension in our belly button area, not just around it, but also sometimes in our belly button area. So you can also use your fingers to rub right inside your belly button area and feel into any tense places and just help to loosen up those knots in a gentle, loving way. It's important to be gentle and taking your time and realize that this is not a one and you're done kind of practice. It's very much a consistent, loving practice. Just be kind to yourself as you work on loosening up and releasing some of these knots in your gut, these tense places in your gut. I recommend doing this gut massage practice for somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. You don't have to spend a lot of time on it. And again, I do recommend checking out Lavender's somatic gut massage meditation, which is a bit longer and similar to this, but also different in some ways. And one last thing you can ask yourself if you feel called to do a little bit more gut massage, what have I been resisting and what have I been giving my power away to? Because sometimes I can feel that I've been resisting feeling something, and this knot is holding some form of resistance to feeling a feeling that I really didn't want to feel, that I suppressed and pushed down. So it can be really helpful, especially if you go for a little longer time than 5 to 10 minutes and you're feeling yourself going for somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes with this somatic gut massage meditation. Can also be really helpful to ask, what have I been resisting? Or what have I been giving my power away to? Those two questions are also very supportive as you continue to massage your gut and feel into these tight or tense places around your belly button and in your belly button. The last part of our meditation is going to be another beautiful practice that I've adapted from another fellow YouTuber, Aaron Dowdy, and it's called the frame technique. I feel like it's a really beautiful powerful meditation, especially when practiced regularly, consistently, daily. I would suggest I've gotten a lot of benefit from practicing it on a daily basis. Starting out, I highly recommend doing this practice consistently, daily, if you can, for at least 2 weeks. We're going to go ahead and move on to this frame technique meditation. And before we begin, the frame technique is a beautiful practice because it allows us to drop more into our breath and focus on the separation or distance between ourselves and another object. Because a lot of times, as people who have wounds with, say, narcissistic family members or have had a habit of being very codependent in relationships, all types of human relationships, not just romantic. This meditation is especially helpful for allowing ourselves to feel the separation between ourselves and another, which can be really great for setting boundaries between you and another person who likes to get you to push past your boundaries, or maybe you don't even have any boundaries with that particular friend or family member because you weren't allowed to have boundaries as a child growing up in your household. So you never learned how to create healthy boundaries because you were punished if you tried to articulate what you wanted or what felt right and safe and boundaried for you. Maybe you've learned not to have any boundaries and to be a people pleaser and to always be taking care and serving others at your own expense. This meditation can be especially helpful for calling your power back to you, feeling the separation between you and other people, and the separation between you and your life situation or other circumstances in your life that you don't feel like they're serving you. It's very helpful for becoming aware of the distance and the separation between yourself and the world and other people. With that ability to feel the separation between you and others, it becomes easier to set boundaries over time the more that we can rest and feel secure and safe in our separation between ourselves and the rest of the world and other people. That's one of the beautiful gifts of the frame technique, which is Aaron Dowdy's creation, and I'm adapting it here for our purposes. And I wanted to bring all three of these meditations together because I find them all so powerful, especially when brought in this scaffolded form that I'm presenting to you today. Always pick and take the parts that resonate the most and help you the most, and you can leave what doesn't resonate with you. The frame technique meditation also helps us connect with our oneness. I think as people who are codependent, maybe feeling into our oneness can be the easier thing to do, and being there for people and being of service comes very naturally to us, and having good boundaries may be harder for us. But also this meditation, it recognizes that we are one and the same source, and yet at the same time we are also separate because we've each incarnated into these separate individual human body suits. So both are true, that we're one, we're aligned and connected with the all, with the one, and we're also separate at the same time. Without further ado, let's get into the meditation. Breathe in, focusing on the separation or distance between you and the candle flame or crystal. Doesn't matter if you focus on the candle flame or the crystal or both together at the same time, but I want you to go ahead and breathe in while focusing on the separation or distance between yourself and the candle flame or crystal. So breathe in, focus on the separation or distance between you and the candle flame or crystal. Nice big deep breath in, and now breathe out. As you breathe out, focus on the peripheral or your connection to everything around you while keeping your gaze fixed on the flame or the crystal. Breathing in, focusing on the separation or distance between yourself and the candle flame or crystal. Now breathing out, focusing on the peripheral or your connection to everything around you while keeping your gaze fixed on the candle, flame, or crystal. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So breathe in, focusing on the separation or distance between you and the candle flame or crystal. Now breathe out and focus on the peripheral or your connection to everything around you while keeping your gaze fixed on the flame or the crystal. We'll go ahead and do this technique for another 5 minutes. Breathing in, focusing our attention on the separation or distance between yourself and the candle flame or crystal, then breathing out and focusing on the peripheral or your connection to everything around you while keeping your gaze fixed on the flame or the crystal. Now, close your eyes and call all of your energy and power back to you. Say with me, I call all of my energy and power back to me now. Deep breath in I call all of my energy and power back to me now. Another breath in and out. I call all of my energy and power back to me now. Now affirm, I release all resistance to living and aligning with my higher vibrational self. I take responsibility for my victim consciousness and for giving my energy and power and attention away to things that didn't matter and that were misaligned with my authentic self. I am empowered to be myself again, and I love and accept myself in all of my power and magnificence. Please go ahead and say that with me now, just repeating back. I release all resistance to living and aligning with my higher vibrational self. I take responsibility for my victim consciousness and for giving my energy and power and attention away to things that didn't matter and that were misaligned with my authentic self. I am empowered to be myself again, and I love and accept myself in all of my power and magnificence. Now, take some time and journal what came up for you. What did you release? Or what insights did you have? And again, as I've stated before, this meditation, like all meditations, is most effective when practiced consistently and daily. Thank you.